Hello, foreigners. As a Syrian guy who was forced to live outside of Syria for 10 years, I have some concerns about my country after the revolution. Concerns and demands. First, I want justice. I want the people who did this to me and to my family and everyone in Syria to be brought to justice. I want them to be punished for what they did because it's not like they stole so we can forgive them. It's not like they did something that we can just forget about. No, we can't forget about blood. We can't forget about years that we lost from our life. We can't forget about torture. We can't forget about the humiliation, the oppression that we lived. Second, I want to feel safe in Syria. I don't want an opposition to remove Assad, then they have infighting between them. I want to feel safe. I want to find a job. I want economic stability also. I want to find a job, go to work, come back home, live my normal life like anyone else on this planet. Everyone wants that. Also, I want democracy. I want to elect, to vote, which something as 36 years old, I have never done it, ever. We used to go to a joke, to a show that you get a paper that's written yes or no with Assad's picture there or his name, and you have to write yes because the police officer is standing right in front of you. You can't. No one did it. No one said no. It's like saying like no, I want to go to jail. This group, the opposition now that they removed Assad, they can afford these things to me. Despite that, the world might hate them. The world might not agree on their ideology, which is Islamist ideology. But as a Syrian guy, I don't care. I'm not an Islamist. I'm not religious. I don't pray. I don't fast. Don't say this to my family. Uh, I have my own beliefs. I call my religion Amirism. My name is Amir in Arabic. I have my own beliefs that I don't care if people believe like me. I believe like that. I believe in God. I don't believe the rituals, the prayer, the fasting, the other things. I don't believe it's necessary. I don't believe God want them from me. But it's my belief. It's okay. I fully support the new government. Why? Because I imagine it like this. If the political opposition won, which it's impossible because of the way they were doing it. So we had socialist opposition, nationalist opposition, Arabic nationalist, that they were going to Russia, which was already supporting the Assad regime. They were begging Russia, please remove Assad and whatever you want, whatever he's giving you, we will give you also. We will give you. Just remove Assad. Russia, why will we remove him? Why? It will cost. We have the guy that's giving us everything. He's selling the country for free. Why will we remove him? We have also the Muslim Brotherhood group, which is strong in the Syrian opposition, not in the street, not in Syria. They are in the opposition, they are strong. They go to Qatar, they go to Saudi Arabia, remove him, and we will like give you whatever you want. We have the people who go to America begging the USA to remove Assad. No, no one helped. No one was like, okay, we will remove him. We will do like America did in Libya and just remove the regime. We will do like a invasion like Iraq. No one wanted to do that. Israel, some of opposition went to Israel to tell them this, that remove him and we will make peace. The new Syria will make peace with Israel. They don't want. They like the guy that they know. They say there was a movie, I think I heard it somewhere, that he's a motherfucker, but he's our motherfucker. Everyone was thinking like this. Yes, he's a dictator. Yes, he's killing his own people. Yes, he's making problems in the region, but we know him. So they didn't want to remove him. And if that opposition won over Assad, they will be fighting right now for power. Each group of them, they will be fighting each others because they are not one. So at least now this group, they are one. They have a leader, which didn't exist in the other opposition groups. And it's important for Syrians similar like me. But I'm talking about myself. Maybe other people are concerned, but I'm talking about myself and the people around me. Feeling that there's a leader at this moment, at this time of our Syria. And at this moment, we need a leader. We need someone who control everyone under him. We don't want groups. We don't want infightings. We don't want people who have differences between them. That this group is Muslim Brotherhood. This is Nasserism. This is socialist. These are liberals. These are like, there will be fights, actual civil war. The world like to call what's happening in Syria a civil war for the last decade, which wasn't. Which, if you ask any free Syrian, it's a revolution. It was people against the dictator. It was a revolution, not a civil war. But if those political oppositions who were supported by, each one of them was supported by someone. Some of them were supported by Turkey, some of them were supported by Qatar, America, France, Russia. Everyone was supported by someone, and when those won, each country wants their share back, which will lead us to a real civil war, which we don't want. We don't need that. Now we need stability. We need to feel safe. We need a leader. And the most important thing, that we don't care if the world like him or not. Why? Because we don't care about the things that is concerning the rest of the world. We care about ourselves. We care about Syrian people, what Syrian people wants, what Syrian people needs at this moment. Later, there will be democracy. There will be an elected government, elected president, which I don't prefer. I want a prime minister. I don't want a country who's led by one man who can take decisions on his own. I don't prefer that for me. Maybe people would prefer one president. Okay. We will have to live with whatever people want. This is democracy. But we don't have to live with what is concerning to the rest of the world. For example, why America doesn't have a Muslim president? Would you accept a Muslim president in your country? Would you accept a socialist? Would you accept a communist? You have two parties. America, it's always like, it seems like a joke to me. America have two parties, and they talk about democracy. You have two, like, well, this one or this one. And they always talk like, we chose the lesser evil. Why? Where's democracy then? Why you can't choose someone else from outside of those two groups, if you are talking about democracy? And I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about the people who come and to ask in Syrian groups about why this and why that. Why are you concerned? Why don't you ask Syrian people what you want? You see questions online about like, what about nightclubs? Really? Nightclubs? This is the situation where our concern should be nightclubs, alcohol, parties, palais. That day they were talking about the ballet, and the media, Arabic media, unfortunately, come to ask the leader of the opposition about that. Are you gonna attend theater? Like, really? This is humanity to you? This is what concern you, if he's gonna attend theater or not? He didn't, and also when you see it on the media, no, he's not gonna. He didn't say like that. He said that I don't even have time to sleep. If I have any spare time, I would sleep. I didn't think about theater. I wanna sleep because literally the guy wouldn't be sleeping at these days because the whole world is focused on Syria, which is normal. I'm not defending him, I'm just talking logical. And what if he doesn't want to go theater? What if he think it's haram? In his beliefs, he think maybe it's not right. So it makes him bad? It doesn't make him bad. It doesn't make him a bad leader. It doesn't make him a bad person. So, and they are still trying. Look, I'm not defending them, but I know that they are still trying. Yesterday, they made changes in the education system. People revolted, and I love that. Now we have the freedom to say, no, this is wrong. And they changed it the next day. They are listening to us, which is something we didn't have for 50 years. Over 50 years. 60 something years. Because not only the Assad family, this party, Ba'ath party, was in the, they were leading the state for over 60 years. We never had this. They changed something yesterday, just yesterday. People online, no protest. People online in the comments said no, and YouTubers started to make videos about it, and everyone was against it. They changed it. They said, okay, we are not gonna change anything. It makes me feel happy that I have a voice, that I can talk, that I can say no, and there's a government that would listen to me, which you don't have. In America, you don't have it. You don't have it. We have it. You think your media is fooling you that you have freedom. No, you don't. You have to choose. You have to choose between. Sorry, my God. You had to choose between an orange guy and the saleswoman, which is, she wasn't good in her job. She doesn't even know how to talk, or that old grandfather who sleep while attending a party or something. Like, all your choices are bad, but you have to choose between them. And I see that even it happened in Germany, in France, in Canada, everywhere. There's no real democracy. You always choose which is less evil. The lesser evil you choose. You don't choose what you really need. So why, when it comes to us, we have to choose what you want? Maybe Syrian people will choose a government that is Islamist. Maybe 90% of the Syrian people are Muslim Sunni. So maybe they choose like that. It's none of anyone's business. If people choose like that, it's their right. Why it's a problem? Why it's not a problem if people choose a liberal government who's allowing, who's making like a nude beach and allowing people to have sex in the street and everything like Europe? No one will talk. But it's not us. We are different. We are not in the same part of the world. We are not similar to you. We have different culture. We have different history. We have different people. People are just different, and you have to accept that. Just accept that people can be different than you. And it doesn't make them right, doesn't make them wrong, doesn't make you right or wrong. It's just different. People can't be the same. And because you are like that, it doesn't mean you are the right, and everyone should be like you. And I always said it in my videos. I always say it to my friends. They always talk about is Muslim terrorist. America is the leader is the biggest terrorist group. The American military, for me, is the biggest terrorist group. They are just different because they have a uniform and they have rankings. They don't have beard. That's all. But when you go to another country and you start killing people and terrorize them, you are a terrorist. You like it or not. This is the reality. Ask any Arab, who's the biggest enemy of you? Who's the one who killed millions of Arabs? The American army. Not Jabhat al-Nusra, not the HTS. No, American army killed millions, millions. So leave us alone at least in this moment because we know what we need. And for me, I think this is what we need. And I think things are going right in the right direction. There will be mistakes, but at least now the mistakes are not being solved by bombs and chemical weapons like we did before. And now at least this government, they are listening to us. So that's it. Just as I always say, ask a Syrian before you judge, before you question, like non-important things that does matter to you. Ask us, does this matter to you? Are you concerned about this? If you are not, we are not concerned, you shouldn't be concerned because you are asking about our country. If we are concerned about something from your culture, we will go to your groups, we will go to your media, and we will ask you, does like gender equality matters to you or not? We will ask you because we are just different and we have different needs, we have different society. That's it.